Lindsay here. Today is December the 7th, 2020. I was supposed to do this video yesterday on the 6th, Sunday. I got tied up and I couldn't do it. So, but anyway, I did weigh in. And yeah. Anyway, let's get to it, okay? All right, hold on, give me just a second. Okay, I had to get my handy dandy book. Okay, so last week I weighed in at 246.4. For some reason on my book I put 246.6, and I know that's wrong. It's 246.4. And this week I weighed in at 244.7, which is a 1.7 pound weight loss. Yes. Okay, so in total, since November the 1st, I have lost 16 and a half pounds. Yes, I am so excited. Yes, I'm doing good. I was thinking that my weight loss was going to be a bit more. I was hoping that it was going to be between, 2 and 4 pounds a week. I was hoping, but I'm still happy with, even if I'm losing just ounces. And I think this week, okay, so this week I haven't gotten on my bike at all. I had a little bit of an accident in the living room. We have a baby gate up over our in our main room. I don't want the baby getting into the kitchen because he's almost 3. He's 2. Okay, next month he'll be 3, and you know how they are, okay? They will get into anything, and they're sneaky little boogers, okay? So we keep the baby gate up. Well, anyway, and I was coming back from having a shower, and I was going over the baby gate, and I was like a teeter-totter. I lost my footing, and on my right leg, I have a bruise all the way from under the underside of my knee on the top of my leg, all the way around to underneath to the crease, and it's black. It is, and it's been sore, and it's swelled up, and it's not so sore that I can't exercise, but I just didn't feel comfortable with having an injury and doing any kind of physical activity other than walking. So, but I have been shopping just about every day, so that does count. I count that as fitness, because when you go shopping, oh Lord. Anyway, but as far as my eating habits go this week, I did really well. And last week, I went back and looked at the video, and I started to tell y'all about my chicken salad, because I love my chicken salad, and for a little while I stopped eating it for some reason, and I don't know what this is. Sorry y'all. I don't know why this is, but I'm sure it's got something to do with how it's made. But I normally get my chicken salads at Kroger, and the last one that I got, it had this rust taste. Yes, I said rust, R-U-S-T, rust taste to it. And I don't know why, but it just, it tasted rusty. So I went ahead and finished that salad, and then I didn't eat it. I didn't buy another one, because one of their salads is pretty big, and I can normally eat that one container will last me, I don't know what, 2, 4, 6, between 6 and 8 servings, depends, but anyway, so after that I decided, I went a week without having it, and then I had went up to Food City. Food City, and I wouldn't eat theirs because they make theirs with grapes. And I didn't want them grapes to, push up my carb count. But actually, I got to looking at them, and they put just a couple grapes here and there. It's not like it's loaded with grapes. And actually, they put almond slices, slivers, whatever you want to call it, into theirs. It's actually really good. But they make theirs in these little small containers, and it's 2 servings. It's easier to calculate. So anyway, but yeah, so I'm back on my chicken salad, and it's not tasting like rust, thank God. If any of y'all knows why my chicken salad was tasting like rust, please let me know, because I don't know. And I love chicken salad, and it's, it's low, very low in carb. I think it's like 1 gram of carbs. I think 1 or 2, something like that. And I usually have sliced tomatoes with it. So for about 3 grams of carbs, I don't even think it's 3 grams, because I think my hold on, it's gonna bug me. It's I am so bad, y'all. I'm bad. When I have something on my mind, okay, sliced chicken salad is 3 grams, and a sliced tomato is 1. So for 4 grams, that's not bad at all. And the calories aren't that bad either. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 200 calories, if that. I can't remember. I don't know about y'all, but I do watch my calories. I do. And I know people that are on keto, they strictly watch their carbs, their protein, and their fats. I'm not on keto, and I'm strictly low carb in it. And so I do watch my carbs and my protein. The fats, I just, I glance at, but I don't go over my fats, of course. But I'm never, ever do I, go up to, because I have an app on my phone that I record all my food in, because it tells me how many carbs and all that. That way I don't have to, look it up every single time I eat. And so the app, you have to put in your macros and stuff. So it has that on there, but I don't pay much mind to it. I was talking to a lady this morning, and she says that I'm basically doing keto. I don't agree, because, and I'm not going to be disrespectful and say anything, but I don't see it as keto, because from what and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. From what, I have something in my teeth, but from what I understand, keto is high fat, and like some meals that I'll have, it does have high fat, because I do have bacon and butter, But if you look, butter is a good fat. It's a healthy fat. So, and I don't have, whenever I do butter, I do like a tablespoon here and there. When I was first doing quite a bit of butter. I kind of slacked down some. But, yeah. But anyway, so I don't know if y'all know this, but first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I go to my app. And I go ahead and I prepare my menu. And I decide, what are you going to eat today? And I put down my lunch and supper, because normally I have my my breakfast shake for breakfast. If I have breakfast. A lot of days I just don't have it. This morning I did. Some days I get too busy and I don't have it. But anyway, but for lunch and supper, I always mark down what I'm preparing to have for lunch and supper. And sometimes it changes. Not very often, but sometimes it does. But I never put down my snacks, because if I'm not hungry, I don't have a snack. Yeah. So, I mean, I just think, the lesser calories that you intake. And I know y'all gonna say, well, you're not supposed to count calories. I don't count calories, but I do think that calories does have something to do with, weight loss. So, yeah. Anyway, but my carbs, I keep under 20. I've only gone over 20 once. So, and that was 21. Yeah, almost 22. But it was 21. And, except for Thanksgiving Day, and y'all know about that. I took that day off. So, I'm not taking Christmas off. I've already came up with a menu. Anyhow, so, yeah, so my eating this week has been really well. Maybe that has something to do with me only doing the 1.7 this week. I don't know. Is because I haven't exercised and I'm used to exercising. I don't know. But my gazelle is supposed to be here this week. I'm hoping. We'll see. And I am getting some new vitamins. I've read that I have a lot of issues with my hair, my skin. Well, not really my skin. My skin but it's always dry. But my nails, my hair. And so I was reading up on collagen. So I think I'm gonna, and they said that collagen is good for weight loss also. So, because I didn't want to take something that was gonna make me gain. No. So anyway, but I am going to implement collagen into my weight loss. We'll see what happens. But I need to take it for my nails. My nails are paper thin. Always have been, ever since I was a child. I mean, that's why see how short they are? That's why they're so short. And my toenails are just as bad. That's why whenever I post my my picture of my scale, you just see the number. You don't see my feet, because I don't like my toenails at all, because they're little chunky things. Anyway, but let me see. Anything that I did special this week? I didn't cheat at all, even though y'all just give me permission to smack my husband. I just want permission just to smack him. Because and the reason I say this, okay, my youngest daughter, Emmy, we call her Emmy, Emily, she loves those Little Debbie zebra cakes. They look like the cookies and cream, but it's zebra something, I don't know, but they're white and chocolate or whatever. My husband, not once, not twice, but 3 times yesterday, we never do this ever. We literally stayed in the bed all day and watched TV all day. And 3 times yesterday, he came in here with a twin pack of Debbie cakes. Now, I didn't eat them, but I hear the bag because he's laying behind me and we're watching TV, and the TV's to my side. And we're laying in the bed, and I can hear the crinkle. And of course, I look over and I'm like, first time I didn't say anything. The second time, I still didn't say anything, but my baby daughter had walked in, and he's like, oh, Em, here, you want half? And he gives Emily half of it. I didn't say anything. The third time was last night. Now, remember me telling you that I'm trying to cut down on eating late at night. I really would like to stop eating after 4 o'clock. I would like to stop doing that, even snacks. And well, anyway, so last night, and I can't remember what time I had supper. I think I had supper about 5. Yeah, it was just a late night last night. I know, I just said I want to stop eating after. I'm having a hard time with that, so y'all pray for me. But anyway, so about 8 o'clock, we're laying in bed, and we're watching TV. Watching one of his stupid movies. We're talking, what is it? An octopus movie. Don't even get me started. Anyway, and I hear that crinkling. I'll look over, okay, and I'm like, I roll my eyes, and I'm like, really, Joey? And he's like, what? And I'm like, you eat this stuff in front of me, and I can smell it. First 2 times, I just turned my sniffer off. I did. I turned it off. I turned my smell off because I really didn't smell it. That 3rd time, I wanted something sweet so bad. Oh my dear Jesus, I wanted something. And so he's like, here, you want a piece? I'm like, no, I don't want a piece. I want a whole one. I wouldn't eat a whole one. I wouldn't eat it anyway. But he's like, well, there is no more. And I'm like, I don't want it, Joey. I said, I didn't want him eating it in there in front of me, was the point that I was getting at. Because those kind of temptations are temptations. Don't eat it in front of me. If you're going to eat it, go in a different room and eat it, so I don't have to see it. Well, we didn't have, and I would have settled for grapes. I had a grape addiction before I started this. I'm serious. That's one thing that I do miss. I miss my grapes because we would buy at least 2 to 3 bags of grapes a week. And I was the main culprit on eating them. Because I'd sit on my bed, watch TV, or I'd sit in here in my sewing room, and I'd have my grapes. So, yeah, and it's like, they're the perfect finger food. I mean, they're not, processed, but I don't think that many of them is good for me. But, yeah, so that's my addiction, grapes. So since I started this on November the 1st, I've had, I think, 9 grapes in total. Now that's not counting the ones that's in my chicken salad. So those don't count because I don't go to the grape container, okay? But, because we still buy grapes for the baby because he loves grapes. So, but I think one night I got a sweet tooth and I wanted something sweet. And so I looked up in my carb counter, my app, to see what the carbs are. And it said I could have, I think it was a half or a quarter. I think it was a half of a cup. And it was like 4 grams. And I had plenty of carbs left for the day, because this was like 6 o'clock in the evening, probably. And I had plenty of calories. I hadn't eaten that many calories. So I was like, okay, well, let me try it and see. So I had, and I think I told y'all the story about that anyway, about, that I was thinking it was going to be 3 grapes, and it wound up, hubby goes in there and gets the measuring cup, and it was like, I think 8 to 10 grapes, but I only ate about 6. And then I had, I think it was 3 grapes just before that, about 2 weeks before that. And I felt so guilty about them grapes. But anyway, and I did find some no carb bread. Yes, indeed. I found no carb bread, okay? And when it says no, it's no net carb, okay? So it's not really no carbs, but it's no net carbs. And that's what I go by, is net carbs. And it's actually really good. It's not as soft as traditional bread. It's soft, but it's kind of like cornbread. It's that consistency. And that doesn't have grit or anything like that. And it doesn't have the same flavor as traditional bread either. It's kind of a mixture between yeast bread and regular bread. It's really good, I think, anyway, my opinion. And another plus is you don't buy it in the freezer section. You buy it in the bread section, and you don't have to freeze it. Now, it doesn't come in a loaf, it comes in a loaf, but it just doesn't come in a loaf bag like regular traditional bread. This came in one of them, what do you call them? The packs where you pull, and it's glued, you know what I'm talking about? And so what I did was, after I opened it, I just put it in a gallon size Ziploc bag to store it. And that way, it'll keep the freshness. And I'm not eating that every day, because even though it's low net carbs, I don't want to sabotage myself. So I'm only wanting to do bread, and I'll do 1 slice or 2 slices per day. But that being said, I'm only going to eat bread. I mean, not per day, but per meal. I'm only going to do it no more than 2 or 3 times a week. That's it. That's my limit, because I don't want every single meal to be consist on, bread, because that's my, I think that's a lot of people's downfall is bread. So now I've got something that, I can make, if I want pizza, I can do that with different meals and stuff like that. So, anyway, I've got that. So that was my week. It wasn't bad. I think 1.7 pounds, that's pretty good. That's not a gain. So I'm happy either way. So the numbers on a scale is going down. And you know what, y'all? The number on a scale isn't everything. It really isn't, because sometimes you're going to have a non-scale victory. I can't wait for those. I am looking forward to those. I can't wait to where I'm having, a certain day of the week and having a non-scale victory day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And y'all have a good rest of your day. And you remember, you got this.